Good morning. This is the time of year that I really start enjoying. The temperature's starting to drop a little bit. Of course, when you've had 100-degree temperature for, I don't know, I think we've tied the record ever. But it's been hot. Everybody down in this country has been hot. But this is the time of year where it normally starts getting cool anyway. And so really do enjoy this time of year. We're out here this morning fixing to start the cows moving. We're going to put them kind of in this riparian area just like we did on the goats. It's an area that we've kind of been bypassing. We're going to utilize it this round because, you know, we've been in a drought. I know there's feed, lots of good feed in here. So that's what the plan is. Now we'll see what the cows want to do, but they're definitely going to be put in here. It's just a question of how long I'm going to leave them. It's probably just going to be a day or so, but it's time to do it. So let's get to work. Woo! You know, it's funny. You holler at cattle to start them moving, and they come all the way from the other end of the pasture up to the gate and stop. So I'm headed out there to see if I can't kind of get them moving. All I got to do is kind of get a little group to go through the gate and move through the gate, and then it'll just be like sand through an hourglass, or hopefully more like water through a funnel, a big one. So Lisa and I thought you guys might enjoy coming and just moving cows with me. You'll basically see everything that happens when I go out and have to move cattle out of a pasture this size. A long time ago, we had a guy from Chicago that made the comment that he was actually watching our videos on his lunch break. And he just made the comment how he really enjoyed what we did and watching it. And it made him realize that that's what he dreamed about doing. He wanted to get some land and get some animals and start doing that stuff, and that's awesome. You know, that's what I love to hear. It's real funny how people in the city enjoy watching what we're doing out in the country, and sometimes we watch people in the city and enjoy watching what they're doing. That's a good bull, man. But he's got horns. He just won't work. Come on, bull. Woo! Come on. See if I can get a little better, a little closer shot. Come on. Woo! Come on, Bo. Woo! There she comes. Coming up. So cow right here acting like she had something. That may be her baby over there. That's what you want out of a cow. Just keep up with your baby. That's it. Don't leave your baby again. Same thing with a goat. That's more difficult with a goat. Spanish tend to be a little bit better. Spanish and Kiko. I don't want to get Josh mad at me because those Kikos are the same. But they tend to be have a little more mothering ability. Less likely to leave them. So that's what you want out of a cow too. They're not near as bad as a goat, it seems like. Good girl. You know, you just want to be easy with them, and I'm probably going to try to follow this old girl all the way, because I just want. That's not her first, but I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that she keeps up with it. I don't want it to be my fault if she doesn't. Because I did just see a coyote out here. You know, I'd love to have those guard dogs bond to the cows. I'd love to be able to run the goats with the cows, but it's just, I just can't do it here. There's just that old adage, well, that won't work on my place. Well, with my fencing, I can't do it. I just cannot, I cannot get the fencing done that I would have to make that work. But it would be great if you could have some dogs that would stay with your cows. Now, the bad part about it is the cows would get used to the dogs, which might make them used to the coyotes. I don't know. Maybe somebody else has got experience with that, because that would be detrimental if they got used to the coyotes and then, you know, just basically ignored them. If an old coyote came into the middle of the herd and started harassing kids or going after kids, they would just ignore them. So I don't know if that would be the case or not, but I'm sure you could bond them to cows. She stopped. I'm gonna go get her going. I don't want that calf to bed down. I don't know if you can see her. She's keeping up with it. Hep, hep. This old calf right here has got scours real bad. I haven't seen any other ones like that. Odds are his mama's not taking just great care of him. She's letting him go a long time between nursing, and so he's overeating. If I saw a bunch of scours on all these calves, then I would say they're getting in the water that's maybe not the greatest. So I got a bunch of new babies here, which we're still in our kidding. We're still in our calving season. So don't look at me, lady. I'm just trying to help you out. Just take your baby and go on. A lot of times when you're moving new calves like that, or calves that are having a hard time locating and keeping up with their mama, that four-wheeler can be a hindrance. because they can't hear their mama, you know, that kind of stuff. And they need to be able to hear, smell, and see, especially when they're brand new. Like this little black one, and there's a little red one up there with that bald face red cow. And here's another little new one right over here. So they just got to be able to have all their senses to kind of keep up with their mama. So I'm just going to get off on foot here and see if I can't ease them up to the gate. This older calf right here, he's the one that will pull all these babies if they're not with their mamas. He'll pull them all the way back down in the pasture. Because see, he thinks his mama's down there. And you sure don't want those brand new babies going. So I'm just being real slow and real easy here. You know, some of me says to just leave them in here because we are going to have to cross that smaller creek. I'm wondering if I need to just get around them and leave these new ones here. And then if they want to drift that way on their own, they can drift that way on their own. But my fear is these new mamas will bed them down and then go and then come back, which is not good when they're this age. There he goes. We're still in exceptional, what they're labeling as exceptional drought. Now you can see a lot of this is green back up for this last little rain, or I say this latest rain, which is outstanding. But one of the things that I noticed, one of the things I notice is that you see all these green giant ragweed and other weeds out here. And when things were all yellow, these weeds were all green. And so my question is it healthier for the soil to have green cuckleburs with their living roots and functioning roots down in the soil versus having everything yellow and potentially not functioning because they're in a state of holding on? And I tend to think that it's healthier if you can have something green in the soil all the time. And I say in the soil, if you can have something green whose roots are in the soil all the time, functioning in the soil. You know, what do you guys think if you're watching this? I'm sure somebody knows the answer smarter than me, but it just makes sense to me that the more living stuff you have, the more often in your soil, the more living things you're going to have, microbes, all that kind of stuff under the soil or under the surface of the soil. Come on, babies. Come on, girl. They're kind of getting piled up right here. He'll be one that'll lead them out. I'm gonna go back and get the four-wheeler because I'm afraid this big calf back here is he's gonna maybe make a break for it back that way. And if he does, there'll be a bunch of them that want to go with him. So I need to be prepared to kind of stop that. Let's go there, Whitey. Come on, baby. Come on. There you go, right there. Go with your mama. Don't walk off and leave it. Atta girl. See, here's one, his mama. Over there. Okay, the last step, leave the gate open. All right, moving the cows is done. Let's get out of here.